This is the recap for live stream 388, I believe. And today, as seems to be the case more recently, starts out with me in a bit of a drawdown, after which the account and the strategies seem to work out in my favor, and I'm able to recover from earlier losses and get towards the daily goal. So we came into the market today, saw the market isn't at the level of volatility we would like, so we use the secondary strategy. First, let's have a look at the NQ trade. So over on our friends at NQ, the first couple of trades here were a bit somewhat anticipatory. Went long, price didn't work in my favor, was stopped out, long again, not in my favor, stopped out, long again, price not in my favor, and I was stopped out again. So not a great start over on NQ. Of course, the market had pretty decent movement coming in. We had a pretty strong move up, consolidation, move up, good move down. So we're seeing the transitions that appeared smooth. Thought prices after the couple of losses through here, we could come and test the lows. Of course, we can see here in hindsight, we've cleared the lows. Not quite got down to the lows that we were printing during the European session, lows of the day, but prices did come down. Had price turn around here, head to the upside. I think first trade, so went long, was stopped out, long again, stopped out. I think a couple of times I added to the positions there as they went against me. I kept the stop the same place, didn't move the stop, so was stopped out. Went long here, price eventually did come up and get to target. Near the end of the day, I was waiting on the gold trade to resolve itself. Had a long setup over on NQ, went long, was stopped out again, long setup again, so went long as I've hit the daily. Oh, goodness. As we've hit the daily goal over on gold, I decided to close the NQ position that was currently open. If I didn't close that position, of course, that would have been another stop out there on NQ. So not the best accuracy over on NQ. Over on gold, we can see here, got a long setup, added to the position, and I believe this was a loser. So long, added to the position, price turned around, was stopped out, long again, added to the position, target was hit. Why did I go long here? So I went long, added to the position as it went against me, stopped out, kept the stop the same, long again, added to the position, target was hit. After that target was hit, I closed the NQ position over here at that time. And now we'll look at the trades themselves. So let's have a look at the trade performance here. So over on the trade performance, we can see we're going to be ending the day up at 22.06. And if we go to where we started the day, so let's see where we were at the end of the first. So we were at, let's see, around about 2088 or 2089, somewhere around there, around the 2089 mark. Came in on the second, which was today, lost 40 at the gates, lost 54. These are middle-sized losses here. I'm okay with these sorts of losses. They are on the slightly higher side, but they're not catastrophic in any way. Lost 45, so not a great start today. Lost 30, smaller loss there at 18, lost 44. So as you can see at the gate, they weren't great trades. I won't say they're not good trades. I'll just simply say the trades didn't work in my favor. So we can see we just had a few losses there, 44. This is where the strategy really works itself out. Picked up 169, offsetting a lot of those losses there. That's why we try to keep our losses small, so that when we do have successful trades, they do account for a lot of losses and can get us into profit quickly if we get a series of winning trades. So we got a winner there. Had a bigger loss here, which was not great. Over on gold, lost 86. That's not a good loss right there. Nearly 100. So that would take a massive dent out of the P&L we picked up here on the 169s. After losing that 86, came back with 122, very small, a pretty small loss right there at the 10. That was our NQ trade that was stopped out while we're still in the gold trade. We then picked up the 162, which was our gold trade resolving itself to the upside and getting to target. And due to that, we decided to close out the remaining NQ position because we've pretty much hit daily goal and we weren't willing to risk, weren't willing to keep that risk on the table. So this smaller gain and this smaller loss here are somewhat related, but we did take the trades. We just closed this early, would have resulted in a loss, so positive in terms of P&L there. We'll have a look now at the trade performance. Over on the trade performance, we can see, what did we do? We took a total of 12 trades, so very busy day today. As we can see, we paid quite a bit in commissions because of the amount of trades we did take. Lost about 10 there in commissions. Overall P&L, we're looking at 118,340. In terms of winning trades, we only had 4 winning trades. We had 8 losing trades, so we lost twice as many trades as we won, with an accuracy of 33%. So not great accuracy, but overall the P&L is positive, and that's because we managed risk on the trades. Having those tighter stops certainly help out. We can see the average win right here around that 114,675, and the average loss being 41,225. So we can see that the average win is several multiples of the average loss, almost 3 times the size. When we compare it to the average loss, we can see we only traded the 2 main instruments. We had 8 trades on our friends at NQ, 4 trades at our friends at gold. And we can see overall, in terms of the P&L, we were actually negative on the day on our friends at NQ. We lost 71,500. We were a lot more successful over on our friends at gold. We picked up a total of 400. We can see there. On the accuracy side, poor accuracy over on NQ. We're looking at 2 winners and we had 6 losers for 25% accuracy. That's not good. A bit better over on gold. We had 4 trades, 2 winners, 2 losers, 50% accuracy. The average win being 165,600 and the average loss being 65,400 right there. We can see that again, we're looking at several multiples, almost 3 times the size the winner is in compared to the loser. So at 50% accuracy, with the winners being almost 3 times the size of the loser, of course it's going to be positive. negative overall on the NQ, but this is what counts. This is what counts right here, is the total P&L across the board, and it's that number right there, that 118,340. So that pretty much wraps up the video there. So as usual, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.